Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, where we are currently in the middle of a healer role quest and help Loshkana here with an alchemist and a goldsmith who just love to control people with poisons and stuff and then laugh about their misery. Desiree, I'm glad you're here. I'm on the cusp of a breakthrough in our search, or I'd like to think so. This won't come as a surprise, but Ellerete and Kokonowa went back to hiding after the Bronze Lake incident. With all their grandstanding, I wasn't expecting them to lay low for so long, but I doubt they'll keep it that way. Fortunately, we have prior experience to guide us. Until now, our culprits have traveled all over Vilbrand, and they don't appear to be retracting their steps. I hear Costa del Sol attracts many visitors, so that seems a likely target. They say it's owned by an entrepreneur named Gegeruju. Perhaps we can ask if he spied anything out of the ordinary? What picturesque scenery! I didn't expect Costa del Sol to be so grand. From what I gather, Gegeruju should be just up ahead. I don't suppose you're already acquainted with him? For better or worse, yes. That's not very encouraging, but as long as you're on good enough terms, I'm sure you'll be fine. In any case, let's be on our way. Well, this is our favorite intrepid adventurer. What business brings you to my abode? Looking for a fair of peeving tricksters. Why, yes, I did spy that lovely specimen over here. Alas, I was so entranced by a feminine voice that I cannot recall any such entourage of Lalafallen men or mammoths. Would that I never drank that wine she so gracefully gifted me. A single sip and I saw oh so many stars. Thought them wonderful in those first blissful moments. I partook of a drink amongst my retinue of kittens, yet as a rush of stars subsided, I found myself surrounded by a flock of unfamiliar faces instead. At first I presumed the wine caught up to me faster than I had anticipated, but time passed and the unknown faces stubbornly remained. I dashed across the shore in horror. In the midst of a mayhem, I could hear her, the wine-reading beauty, maniacally laughing in the distance with some other chap. I feared these cackles would be the last I ever heard. Which is precisely why I found it appropriate to slap sense back into him. Judging by the way Master Gegeruju was starting around at the time, suspected he'd been in his cups, drank the whole bloody bottle too, so if you wish to investigate the wine itself, I'm afraid that won't be possible. Can you blame me? Questionability of her wine aside, the woman was immaculate. A sight for sore eyes. Any gentleman of taste would have fallen for her tricks. Though we may lack the drink in question, we received reports of mammoths roaming Raincatcher Gully not long after the incident. If you intend to investigate this further, you'd certainly be doing us a favor. Any news of what mammoth is promising for us? We'll give the gully a look and relay to you whatever we find. Godspeed out there. Then our next destination is clear, but before we depart this week, might I have a word? Thank you, Westcott. Based on Gegeruju's account, it's safe to say Ellerete's discovered a new poison. But similar to the hallucinatory toxin she used at Bronze Lake, it strikes terror within the hearts of its victims instead. I have a bad feeling about this. She's gained proficiency with the Heartsting at an alarming rate, so we must tread carefully when next we cross paths with her. As for the mammoths, Kokonowa doesn't seem the type to send them wandering around aimlessly. That's why I think we're bound to have some clues on them. If we can track those mammoths down in Raincatcher Gully, we may be able to discern what those two are planning next. I intend to keep a sharp eye on Master Gegeruju in the coming days, lest he accept any more dubious gifts. You have my thanks for pursuing those criminals. The faster we end their schemes, the better. me first summon Eos. Haboo! The clamor of battle has drawn the attention of another mammoth. Oh, I think we cleared out the mammoths. How fared your hunt? So I've been keeping a record of the island's rivers. Oddly enough, the mammoths I came across were patrolling the river as well. Now that I've tested their poison on Browns Lake Springs, do they mean to take to the rivers next? Poison arrow. Watch out! My, that dart was laced with potent numbing toxin, but nothing loses our favorite fairy apple, it seems. It never cease to amaze and annoy me in equal measure. She's like to have the same manner of immunity as I. Her village was positively brimming with poisonous flora and fauna after all. I have a request of you, my dears. Would you please give up on your little trinket, pretty please? I wish only to revel in the fruits of my devilry, yet you continue to spoil my every attempt, and trust me, I despise our conflict as much as you do. Indeed, do you think we enjoyed watching our finest mammoths suffer at your hands? Enough, if you truly wanted to end this, you'd hand over the heart sting. The scorpion's gifts were not meant for a petulant, childish criminal like you. Fine then, no more Miss Nice, Ellerete. But answer me this. Who have my antics killed, huh? No? No one, I remind you. So why must you refuse me? Why must the world refuse me? Our blighted society has never looked fondly upon my love of mischief. For years I despaired until my unbound family and its leader granted me the greatest gift of all, love and understanding. So long as I remain unbound, I care not what the wretched masses think. I shall play my tricks as my heart desires, and all who stand in defiance will know my wrath. That includes you, my dears. My next scheme will finally plunge this island into the chaos I so desperately crave. It will stop at nothing to see it realized. Sorry to worry, Desiree. I'm feeling much better now. I'm ashamed I didn't sense that mammoth's presence quickly enough, but I'm glad you came out of the ambush unscathed. But aside, I wish I didn't use such putrid smoke to make the exits. I don't know if my nose or my stomach can take any more of those awful bombs. With Ellerete and Kokonowa gone, I doubt we'll be able to find much else here. Let's return to Costa del Sol and inform them of the latest. Shall we report to Gagarujo? Can we just report to Wastecat? Hi. Back already? How fortuitous. Or ominous? Or both even? I take it you found those wayward mammoths? Surveying Wilburn's waterways, are they? After the recent poisonings at Camp Lake, we have reason to believe the culprits are planning to make Wilburn's rivers the next target. So the culprits are one and the same then. I'd had my suspicions since I caught wind of the incident at Warmwind Springs. Regardless, this bodes ill. We may not know which of these rivers will strike until it's too late. Well, I shall not stand for any more preposterous poisonings, but be prudent to inform the Maelstrom of these potential horrors. The one who poisoned you. Her name is Ellerete. She stole something precious from my village and I must recover it, no matter the cost. If you learn anything of her whereabouts or her plans in the coming days, anything at all, I'd like to hear it as well. Hell-bent on finding her. Brave one you are. I couldn't possibly deprive a lovely lady of the information she requires. Why not? For my servants shall sally forth in your general direction the moment they hear of Ellerete's newest misdeeds. Thank you. That would be much appreciated. It's going to be an uphill battle, but we can't afford to let Ellerete and Kokonowa elude us any further. Come this way. It's back to Limsalominsa with us. Thank you as always for your support, Desiree. Gagarujo was interesting to say the least, but I'm glad you obtained the information we needed. I don't know why I allowed Ellerete to say her piece. I should have swallowed my pain and taken up my spear. We could have apprehended her right then and there, and yet... There's no more room for mistakes. The longer Ellerete lurks in the shadows, the greater the threat becomes. Countless lives are at risk. The next time we find her, we enter tricks once and for all. For now, I'll remain here and wait news from Costa del Sol. An antidote for anarchy. Hello there, Desiree. I've been on the lookout for anyone from Costa del Sol, but nothing yet. Perhaps we should travel over there ourselves, just in... Mistress Desiree, Mr. Sloshkana! Forgive me the sudden entrance, but I bring a message from Master Gagarujo. Your quarry has been sighted in eastern La Noscia. Well, I'm glad I didn't leave early. Thank you for bringing word. Where in eastern La Noscia were they last seen? Master Westgate, but recently received a report from Mistress Braveflocks, a trusted associate of his. We're told a number of inbreakers with fighting tools and tinkerdolls infiltrated her long stop. We've had little doubt the inbreakers and tinkerdolls she speaks of are Ellerete and her troop. I see. Then we'd best find this Braveflocks and soon. Indeed. You'll like to find her at the entrance to her long stop in Raincatcher's Gully. My master and his associates wish you good hunting. We should get our first an account from Braveflocks as well. Perhaps she have more to tell. Let's be off, Desiree. Let's be off, Desiree. I'm skipping with her voice. Upland Beefrun returns to Longstop. So this is Braveflocks. I told her she reminded me of a moblin, but I got a bit of a scolding for that. Not mobbies, she said. gobbies.
Yes, gobbies. And gobbies require hand landing to backstrike at inbreakers. Inbreakers bring big flock of Tinkerdolls to break and search for water gush.
Water gush? Does Ellerete mean to poison the island's water source? This must be why we're researching the rivers. If the toxins are strong enough, anyone or anything that draws near the water would go terribly ill. All of Wilburn would fall into disarray.
Poison makes no good for gobby flock, no good for Wilburn. Narrow hearts in need of many punishings.
This goes far beyond trickery. We must end Ellerete's ambitions here and now. I doubt she'll come quietly, and she has the heart sting at her disposal, but with your aid, Desiree, I know we can take it back. As soon as you're ready, we storm the Longstop. Let's do this. Not the best equipment I have, but it will have to do. There they are. How I knew being those bits and bobs for battle was a good idea. If you're after the manner of surrender with heartfelt embraces and handing over of magic heirlooms, we've come to the wrong Longstop, my dear. You monster, you plan to poison every waterway in Wilburn, don't you? But of course, the trick is to let the poison stew for a few bells. With a healthy helping of those tantalizing toxins and a dollop of advanced alchemical processes, poof, this eyesore of an island will get a taste of my finest work yet. My latest masterpiece neither dissipates nor evaporates. No amount of inherent immunity can save you from its influence. It may be safe to the touch, but one tiny sip will have you begging for mercy. That's not jest, by the way. I won't begin to describe what manner of havoc the experimental doses wreaked on me, but I will look forward to seeing how it affects the general populace. Oh yes, the residents of Limsalominster and its adorable little hamlets rely on this water. So very many people blissfully unaware of what's to come. And every single one of those wretches will be at the mercy of our malice. Every single one! If she unleashes those toxins into the waterways, it's going to end up far worse than Bronze Lake. Playtime's over, Ellerete. Your precious scorpion once hunted prey with those poisons, yes? Perhaps I should learn from its example and revel in the thrill of a chase. I suspect it's my cue to back away. I'd rather watch the chaos unfold from a safe distance. These venomous gifts keep on giving. My very aether is infused with their essence. So now, my dears, Ellerete Venomheart. It's time I hunt you for a change. I leave the charge, Desiree. You focus on healing. Oh, wait. You have a bit of poison. My dear sweet apple pie, I'm afraid you've soured on me. Prepare to perish. Pesky pest problems call for alchemical solutions. A little poison never kills any... Wait, I lied? Oh well. Those toxins are about to take their toll if she's not careful. Oh, I know. Why don't we set your heads to spinning? The hunt's only just begun, my dears. I've plenty more where that come from. My head. Go away. I go wary of your tenacity. Mammoths to your positions. Oh, don't feel so good. Nothing I can handle. Let's turn them to scrap metal. Oh, for the love of... Pull yourself together, Ellerete! I'll be fine. Just a few more droughts. Catch me if you can. Desperate times, if I say, I summon with defective mammoths. I'm sorry, but what? No, not me! What are the things? What else are you doing? Explode in order. I'll handle the West Kokonowa. You go to the goldsmith and sit this out. I'm a bad healer. I'll leave the charge this way. You focus on healing. Attempt 3. My dear sweet fairy apple, I'm afraid you're soured on me. Prepare to perish. Recipe problems call for chemical solutions. Gott, that's bitter. A little poison never killed any. Oh wait, I lied. Oh well. I need to clean it quickly. Already done. Such terrible power. Time to break out an Ellerete special. Was Tony's bound to take that toll, she's not careful. What a marvelous mess you're in. You don't hurry, it'll only get messier. The hunt's only begun, my dears. I've plenty more where that came from. My hat. I go wary of your tenacity. Mammoths, to your positions. I don't feel so good. Nothing we can handle. Let's turn them into scrap metal. So very woozy. Ah, ah, ah. For the love of, pull yourself together, Ellerete. I'll be fine. Just a few more droughts. Can you stand this, I wonder? Catch me if you can. There. That's one. That is the real Ellerete. Just what time does it say? Are some of the effective mammoths. See, ever run out of mammoths? I'm sorry, but what? No, not me! salty little shites! What the hells are you doing? Initiating self-destruct protocol, that's what! Oh dear, run this way. I'll have a rest, Kokonowa. You got a little goldsmith and sniff this out. Poison here, poison there, poison everywhere. Leave us to meet us away. Just keep an eye on Ellerete. Taste the fury of mountains. You are rotten to the core. Why do you persist? God damn it all! No, my tonics have betrayed me! Can't move. Must retreat before it's too late. Return the heart sting now! I don't feel good. Enough, Ellerete. We must escape while we still can. A smoke bomb, quickly. Fine, have it your way. Wait, there's a goblin mate. No! You're over there, you made enemies of the unborn! She's left quite a mess behind her. Nothing but Heartsting can't detoxify, well, let's hurry and clear away the poison. There you are, Desiree. We came running once we heard the explosion, but I'm pleased to see you none the worse for wear. Somehow, Ellerete and Kokonowa picked up the wrong explosive. We should consider ourselves fortunate that goblin bombs resemble unbound smoke bombs.
Gobby booms in friendly places win the day. Inbreakers go flying skyward.
We made our rounds of a long stop as well. The enemy mammoths patrolling the place have all gone lifeless. Your treasure is safe, I trust? Yes, thanks to Desiree's support. Very good. Should those troublemakers survive the impending fall, they won't pose the same threat without it. If they do happen to show their sorry faces around here again, I've notified the Yellow Jackets to be on the lookout for them. They send their regards and their deepest gratitude, of course. Good.
Big thanks to Uplander. Many, many big thanks.
The heartstring is safe again. Thank you for everything, Desiree. And thank you too, Brave Fox. We might not have found Ellerete and Kokonowa without you.
Brave Fox happy gives hand lending. Important for all good gobbies to offer hand lending to fellow gobby friends.
It's an honor to be counted among your gobby friends. Now, as eager as I am to get the heartsting safely back to Doral, I'd like to say my goodbyes to everyone here first, if that's alright. Lisson and Zarek deserve to know how everything transpired in the end, for one thing. Shall we make our way to Aleport? I'm relieved our troubles are over, but I've never been good at farewells. Desiree, good to see you and Miss Loshkana again. Well met, you two. How fares the hunt for Ellerete? Time up flying, did you? Now those are what I call good tidings. To think they'd confuse a goblin explosive for their own smoke bombs. Serves them right, I say. With Miss Loshkana's heirloom returned, we can breathe a collective sigh of relief. I for one am pleased there will be no more risk of poisoned elixirs. I wouldn't have rushed those hiccups on my worst enemy. Bye-bye, Miss Loshkana. I knew you traveled far to get here, but I didn't realize you hailed from Tural. That's quite a voyage. Will you be heading home soon? Yes, that's right. Wilburn is a fascinating place, but my village is probably worried sick about me. And the heartsting too, of course. Though your time here was short, you'll be sorely missed. We still have much to learn, but one day perhaps we might find our way to Tural as well. Oh, that would be wonderful. And when you do, I look forward to hearing all about your adventures. Yeah. And you. We had a feeling you were no ordinary adventurer. Imagine our surprise when we learned you were the savior of a realm herself. One of our Yellow Jacket acquaintances boasted about meeting the Warrior of Light while investigating the cereal poisoning. And that's when it dawned on us. She sends her regards, by the way. We have months to go before we reach your lofty heights, but God's willing, we'll try to rise to the challenge. Indeed, you've given me much to aspire to as a fellow healer. I shall do my utmost to follow your shining example. Be well, you two, and may we meet again on distant shores. Thank you both for your help. I'll never forget it. It's time we return to Liolal. It would mean the world to me if you'd come too, Desiree. Wouldn't want to report our success to Nepine without you. Loshkana and Desiree as well. Your combined presence can only mean one thing. Desiree and I have brought the Heartsting home. So you have. I regret I could not assist you, but I'm relieved that all is well. Words cannot express my gratitude to you both. Taking back the Heartsting was no easy task, but I learned a great deal on my journey to Eorzea. One of the Unbound, a man named Kokonowa, possessed an inherent immunity to poison, built up by years of regularly ingesting small amounts. Rather than relying solely on the Scorpion's gift to detoxifiers, perhaps we might learn from those traditions and build up a stronger immunity of our own? It would be prudent to prepare ourselves in case something like this ever happens again. If we're to continue living among the deadly, perhaps it's time we found new ways to overcome the challenges we face. Throughout my life in the village, I thought I knew everything there was to know about the Heartsting, but I now understand that the Scorpion's gift can easily become a curse in the wrong hands. Its power can poison a single water source, threaten countless lives on a whim, yet at the same time, its detoxifying powers can save just as many. I began to wonder, could the Heartsting provide succor outside our village? Should it? Or will the risks prove too great? Excellent questions all. Knowing what the Heartsting is capable of outside our borders, we must consider this carefully for the future of our people. I'm certain your father will wish to speak more of it upon our return. As you can see, our community has much to consider if we're to keep thriving, but for the moment I'm simply glad the Heartsting is back in Tual, and I can't thank you enough for your help. Until I met you, I've never hunted alongside a healer, but knowing I had your support filled me with courage. Yours is a heartening presence, one I'm going to miss dearly. You have my gratitude and my trust, Desiree, now and forever. But as much as I'd like to, I won't keep you any longer. Nepine and I have a long trek home. I wish you all the best and I know we'll meet again someday. Heartsting's a heavy burden. Good, and that was the healer Rolequest. And yeah, this episode. Until next time, when we play more Final Fantasy XIV, I'm Mace, and don't get lost.